This is gonna be my last stream of the day right now. I don't think I'm gonna be making a video tomorrow, so I just had it on my mind, so I just wanted to make a quick stream. So anyway, as you guys can see, title is why I'm going gluten-free. I've actually been trying to go gluten-free for a while. It's not perfect, but I'm slowly, you know, decreasing it less and less and less and less. There's a multitude of reasons why I'm trying to cut down my gluten. If you guys have been following my channel, you guys heard that I have some thoughts that hold on. One moment. I'm so sorry, you guys. I gotta check and see how this thing is. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I noticed that when I eat gluten, if I eat a lot of bread, I start getting acne. So I was looking this up because I thought, okay, let's see how this is going. So we do have, I do eat crackers. I'm on low carb right now. You guys know I'm trying to go on keto, but since there are things like hummus, I think I'm going to kick myself out of ketosis. So it's easier for me to go low carb / gluten free. So on this thread on Reddit, the link is in the description below. It says, did anyone else have acne before gluten free? Did it get better? And this person said, I had an acne type of rosacea. I keep it checked by eliminating gluten and other triggers. And then they say things like, here we go. Where is it? Yeah, so this person said over here, they were breaking out a lot. I'm 37. It sucked. About a week after I stopped eating things with gluten, it started clearing up. And then this person said, I did. As soon as I cut out gluten, it cleared up. I find that if my sugars go up, it comes back also. It really keeps me in check. So right now I'm trying to go gluten-free. I'm trying to go low carb. And I'm trying to cut out the sugars. And I can tell that I feel healthier. And sometimes I do crave gluten. I had like half a cookie today, so that did have a little gluten. But
How dare you?
I know, but it's better. It's definitely better than before. So here's another thing. This person said they are 7 days gluten-free. This is the result. And they usually have rosacea, cystic acne frequently. And by cutting it out, their skin is so much better. So I think I also shared with you guys that last year, I think it was either 2019 or 2020, I started to cut out pasta because I noticed whenever I was eating pasta, afterwards I would end up with this really bad back pain. And it made me look into it. And some people, they actually have a reaction to gluten when they end up having back pain. So it's to the point where, yeah, if they cut out the gluten, they have an 80% improvement in lower back pain. And it's strange because I don't know what it is about pasta, but if I eat Italian food and I eat a lot of pasta, within a couple hours I have back pain. Really, really strange. It doesn't happen with anything else. But then again, I don't eat too much gluten at one time, and pasta is basically a big meal of gluten, right? So I was looking online and then I saw this woman. You see this woman? Okay. She is 68 years old. Do you see how she looks like? Look at this woman. Hold on. I gotta mute it. Okay, that's a terrible video of her. Terrible. Pose of her. But, oh my goodness, come on. Okay, this woman is 68 years old. You can see videos of her too. She does not look like she is 68 years old. I mean, her body is on point. She doesn't have these, she doesn't have like, saggy skin under her jawline. And let me show you this. See her skin? It looks great. She doesn't have too many lines on there. She just looks so healthy. And I know some people would say, oh, Erica, it's because black don't crack. But honestly, this woman looks amazing. 68 years old. Okay, let me repeat this thing, you guys. I'm 32. She's 68. She's more than double my age. And lordy, look at this woman. Can you believe this 68-year-old woman? This don't look like a 68-year-old woman to me. Like, look at that. So in case you guys are not familiar with how a 68-year-old woman looks like, 68-year-old woman usually looks like this. See, you're looking at, this kind of like extra skin over here, lots of lines, kind of like saggy looking and droopy. This is because, gravity kicks in. And I was thinking to myself, like, holy crap, look, here's an Asian woman over here who's 68. It's like everything just kind of, aging happens. And I was just kind of like, oh my, whoa, what is she eating that other women don't eat? And one of the things that she says she does, and I linked the video below, is she said that she doesn't eat any soy, she doesn't have any gluten. And then I thought to myself, like, oh, wait a second, there's another woman who doesn't eat gluten. So this woman over here, her name's Melissa.
My camera looks different.
This woman is like 63 years old, you guys.
I've had to.
And the reason why she is on a gluten-free diet is because she had problems with celiac disease. So she's also on retin A, and I know that that helps with the wrinkles and the anti-aging stuff. But I mean, like, geez Louise, it's just insane. So I think, and this is just my thinking here. This is just my speculation over here. I kind of think that if I cut out my gluten, of course, my skin is happier that way. I feel better cutting out the gluten. I just love bread so much, so I have to go with the gluten-free stuff. I kind of think like I'll have less inflammation in my body, and if I work out and I watch what I eat, she has a video about what she eats. Then maybe, just maybe, when I turn older, as I get older, I won't I'll look pretty good, or at least that's what I hope. Like, she just looks amazing. She looks amazing at 68. It's again, it's a combination of what she's eating as well as the wellness, as well as fitness. But you guys know, and I know too, right? Just because you're working out doesn't mean that you look youthful all over. So that's like, I see people who are older and they work out and they have a great body, but their skin shows that sign of aging, and they get the bags under their eyes and stuff like that. And she just looks incredible. So and she's just so much energy. And I don't think she explained why she's going on why she's on gluten-free and soy-free. She also doesn't eat dairy as well. Some people, I have been reading lately that some people say they feel better by cutting out the dairy, and other people say they do eat the dairy every day. So it's all about what someone feels best in. But I wanted to share this with you guys because maybe you guys will look into this, and maybe you guys will think, oh, hey, you know what? Maybe I can try and make some modifications in my diet, or just like, think about it. Because if you see two women who are in their 60s, 68, and I think she was 62 in this one. Now she's 65. Yeah, I wanna figure out, like, what is it? Is it really just the gluten? Is it that the fact they're not eating processed food? But it's hard to say because, like, I know some people, they don't eat any gluten at all, and they look pretty old. So I think it has to be a balance, but I'm really not too sure. I'm just ranting right now, but I think it's something worth exploring because people who are on the gluten-free diet, they say that their skin clears up, and yeah, I see that difference with myself as well. Yeah, I think I also think part of it could be, I don't know, I think part of it could be glycemic levels as well, but I'm not too sure on that. I don't know what it is about gluten specifically that might be so anti-aging. Less inflammation? So if you have less inflammation, plus you work out, plus you make sure you have protein, and I imagine both of these women stay away from the sun. So I don't know what her skincare is. I really wish I knew what Wendy's skincare regimen was, because when you look at her skin, it looks very glowy. Usually when you see a 68-year-old woman, the skin doesn't look so radiant. You see these, I don't know if you guys can see it over here. You see these lines over here? These are called, I think they're called plasmar. This one. This is what it's called. So you see these lines? Usually when you get older, you can see them more prominently. See it? So you can actually get Botox. Platismo. Yeah, so I've known about this for a while. So sometimes when I look at older individuals, I see like, okay, you know, do they have signs of these bands going on? Right here. See? I don't know how old this woman is, but I'm willing to bet she's older than... She's younger than 68. So you can get Botox for it. You can see the big difference, right? This one over here on the left versus this one on the right. So both of these women, in my opinion, like, I don't really see anything that kind of... When I look at her neck, it doesn't scream like, hey, this is the neck of a 68-year-old. Neither does this one. Like, you see a little bit of line, but this is the kind of lines that I would expect to see someone in their 40s. So it's just it just kind of makes me think, yeah, maybe more people, maybe it's more apparent in other people, but I mean, like, come on, 60s, that really should be, should be a time where you can easily see lines and wrinkles, and I don't really see it in both of these people. Now, maybe it is a combination of gluten-free. Maybe she does use retin A. I heard retin A is really good. It is basically, if I remember correctly, a really strong vitamin A, and it causes you to have like more exfoliation. So you have more cell turnover of sorts. But even if she's using that for her face, I mean, her body looks great. So maybe it's a combination of making sure you work out plus the retin A. But again, I don't know her skincare. Oh yeah, Asra Khanlu. Yeah, Asra Khanlu. Oh yeah, she's a carnivore. Yeah, so she doesn't eat any gluten either. She doesn't have any sugar. She doesn't have any gluten. It could just be that as well. So she eats like raw meat. I think she recently cut out her dairy. I just watched one of her videos today. So yeah, could be it. All three women all look young, and they all don't eat gluten. And I don't know about the sugar intake. She eats a little sugar, I know that, but not very much. And then I don't know about her if she eats any sugar. But let me show you who Asra. Let me show you this. So she is, I think, 49 or 50 years old. I can't remember exactly. I know she's close to her 50s. She could be 48 or 49. But this woman allegedly doesn't work out.
Let the world.
Does that really look like the body of someone who's about 48 years old? I don't think so. You see how supple her skin looks? So she's a big fan of pork belly. She's a big fan of eggs. So yeah, this is her body in her late 40s. So we got 40, I think it's 48. Let's just say 48. And you can see she doesn't have much body fat either. She looks great. It's 48, 62, I think she was around there. And then 68. Yeah, so whatever these women are doing, I have to look more into it. I want to be on board for that too. And gluten is not too hard to cut out right now. I do have like a little cravings, but I have a lot less gluten than I had before. Again, today my gluten intake was half of a chocolate chip cookie. So I'm slowly reducing my sugar intake as well. And yeah. I'm not doing the whole cold turkey thing, but it is something to think about, and I will be very, very surprised if you know, when I enter my 40s, if I look significantly younger, and gluten-free is the reason why. Yeah, I don't think Asra avoids the sunlight. I don't think she uses sunscreens. I wish I could ask her, but unfortunately she turned off her comment section. See that? She turned off her comment section. And what else? I don't think she said she puts anything on her skin except maybe butter, if I remember correctly. She had a lot of old videos. She deleted her YouTube channel for whatever reason. She had so much information on there, and it's not re-uploaded. So she started her YouTube channel fresh, and I'm trying to remember what she had in her old YouTube videos, and it's kind of hard for me to remember. That's all. So again, I hope this guy helps you out. Search is gluten sensitivity real. I think that there's enough proof that there's okay. So I do believe in celiac disease. I do believe that some people are allergic to gluten. I heard that there's more people sensitive to gluten than people think. Yeah, gluten free. So you're not having any wheat. No wheat, no bagels. It has to be like gluten free. It's the stuff in like pasta, bread, cookies. Basically, gluten is in everything. So it's kind of tough to go gluten free. I mean, like I heard soy sauce. Was it soy sauce that has a lot of gluten in there? Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. But some people say like, yeah, you can have like little gluten here and there. So my thing is that I'm trying to reduce my gluten, ideally avoid it, but yeah. So we'll see how this goes. We will see. Right now, I've been kind of actively reducing my gluten intake for the last week or so. Week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I've been starting to do it after I noticed that one time I was eating so much bread and I broke out. I was like, why do I have so much acne on my face? And I was thinking to myself, like, nothing changed in my diet at all. It wasn't like, except the only thing that changed was bread. And again, as I told you guys, was this. When I was in high school, I had really freaking bad acne. I mean, it was from the sides of my face, the whole side of my face, like from the eyebrow all the way to my jawline. It was just full of irritated, inflamed acne. It was really bad. So I went to 3 different dermatologists in Hawaii. I went through antibiotics for a couple years. I went on birth control. I went on I did chemical peels. I did every cream out there. I did Proactive, of course. Everybody went through that. And
There's no better birth control than dating an ugly man.
oh, whatever. No, but I went through everything that was available on the market except Accutane, and nothing helped me. The dermatologist told me that I had really stubborn acne, and because my skin is so sensitive, right? It was easy for these creams to just cause my face to be all like red and irritated. And that really did a number on my self-esteem. So everybody, was telling me, Erica, don't eat pizza, don't eat fried foods. And I was trying to avoid that as much as possible. So, but what I was doing instead is I was eating a lot of bread. Every freaking day I was eating bread. Because I thought, okay, what's the harm in this? This is just wheat, maybe some egg, and then it's baked, and yeah, it's not oily, it's not pizza, it's not like deep fried or anything like that. And I can't help but think that I really screwed myself over because I was eating a lot of bread. Now, I do know my acne cleared up afterwards, but I can't say if it's because I cut down my gluten intake, or if it's over time, or if it was because of differences in hormones. But I do know that if I eat too much bread now, yeah, I definitely do break out. Yeah, so Xperia says gluten does not cause acne. You have a bunch of people over here that say, yeah, they do actually keep in check by eliminating gluten and other triggers. And then this other person said their wife had it for years, medication, stopped eating any form of wheat, acne gone. She only wished she stopped eating wheat 20 years ago. So for me, I see a difference if I do eat too much gluten. If I eat too much gluten, then yeah, I do definitely break out in acne. See, this one person was on Curology for a year. They were getting a lot of cystic acne until they started cutting out their gluten. So all these people are on gluten free because they had acne, and they realized, like, yeah, once they cut out the gluten, their skin was better. See? Look at this. I had terrible cystoid acne, all painful and gross all over my body. My mother, who is celiac, asked me to join her in her gluten-free diet. Acne was completely gone in about a month, which was much better after a week. I was diagnosed shortly after. What do you mean there's been a lot of studies saying high sugar, low fat? Nobody would say high sugar, low fat. Oh, whatever. Okay. I was like, no, you should. I really believe in having. You know what I believe? I believe more in having a high fat diet, low processed diet, low sugar diet, low salt diet, and like no gluten. Ideal. Stay away from the soda. Stay away from the processed food. Stay away from the fast food. Stay away from like MSG stuff. Yeah. So for me, I basically just eat cauliflower and beef stew most of the time, every day. Actually, I've been eating that every day. And then cauliflower with eggs and butter. No, cauliflower rice, eggs and seaweed wrapped up, or Greek yogurt and some fruit on top, or some cinnamon. I've been trying to cut down my peanuts a little too, and see how that goes. And then I eat that one milk chocolate with 0 sugar added. That's basically my diet every single day. And then I'll add in maybe a few things like gluten-free crackers and some hummus, or like half of a normal chocolate chip cookie because I had them lying around. But other than that, yeah, I'm not buying anything sugary. I'm not picking up any. I'm trying not to pick up any bread or eat any bread. It's tough. Yeah, I don't believe in having a low fat diet. That's just me. But I also don't believe in eating fried foods. I don't think that there's anything healthy about eating fried foods. You know, all this like vegetable oil stuff. Yeah, I've been trying to stay away from that. So it's pretty simple actually shopping this way. I was looking into it. I know Asra, she said that she thinks the ideal diet to eat, or one of the ideal ratios, because she's into the whole protein fat thing, is eating pork belly. But she was also saying that it's important not to get like the regular like feedlot kind of commercial pork. You should get heritage brand. So I found actually there's a place in New York. Let me look this up. I think was it Meat and Bone? I can't remember. But there's a place in New York that does sell heritage pork, and the pork or the pig is able to roam around. They don't have any antibiotics. I don't know. They're able to roll around in the mud, and the idea is that those breeds are more fattier than the stuff that you can get in the supermarket. So I was looking into it and thinking like, oh, maybe I'll just eat some like grilled pork belly for dinner and with cauliflower rice, and see how I fare with that. So yeah, just working on my diet again, staying away from the fried foods, staying away from vegetable oils, or trying to reduce the vegetable oil intake, and curious to see what happens as I get older. Hey, Fractal. Yeah, you know what? I mean, like for me, like some people they have like MSG reactions, other people don't. I just kind of want to have a diet where it's very simple and straightforward. Like Cape bone broth, vegetables, meat, red wine, all cooked together in a beef stew. Like, yeah, there's not really much to there. Oh, I forgot to put the Worcestershire sauce inside of my thing, on my stew. Whoops. I'll add that in later. But yeah, just having like a simple diet, I think that it'll be less harmful for me. But if I feel like I'm missing something, of course, I can always add something back into my diet. I think the standard American diet, yeah, there's so much crap in it. And when I look at individuals, right? Sometimes when I look at them is I try to notice like okay, you know, do they have a lot of eye bags? You know, so you see, like this woman over here, she has like heavy eye bags. You look at these women, their eye bags don't look that bad. It could just be the makeup, I don't know, but it doesn't like when I see certain people, it's like they just have these really big eye bags, and I don't know if it's from a salt sensitivity. For me, I try to keep my sodium in check, because if I eat too much salt, I notice my face puffs up, and that's probably not a good thing, right? You don't want to have high blood pressure, and I don't want to have fluid retention for that. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I've been doing. And I will let you guys and keep you guys updated about my diet. Again, you don't have to follow, definitely, this is just me talking about my thoughts about diet and what I'm planning to do. I'm still doing the serums, I'm still doing the tallow balm thing, still avoiding the sun, but my hope is that if I continue doing this, I can preserve what I do have, and then add up the protein, clear up the diet. I'll be in better health in the future. Yeah. So, but if I feel like, again, this is just simply an experiment, and I know some people will say like, oh, it sounds really restrictive. It's not too restrictive for me. I think that it's better if I just cut out a lot of the necessary thing and see if my health is good. Yeah, I'm tired, you guys. That's why I sound like this.